Welcome to the Commercial Kitchen Chronicles, the original food service equipment repair podcast built by technicians for technicians. Whether you're on the front lines of repair, keeping the kitchen running smoothly, or just passionate about the food service repair industry, this podcast is your go-to source for expert insight, tech tips, and real stories from the field. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Commercial Kitchen Chronicles. I am joined by my co-host, Rich in Kitchens, Rich Ortega, and we have very special guests, Kenny from, I'm going to mess up your last name. How do I say it? It's Postlewait?
Postlewait.
So you can't really screw it up. So it's Kenny Postlewait, a.k.a. Refrigeration Man 1988 from TikTok. Kenny's a good dude, and we're excited to catch up with him again. He recently launched his own business, so we're going to get into that. But first, I want to thank Viper and Refrigeration Technologies for sponsoring the show. They make sure we can do what we do, and they're proud to partner with us. And we had a blast at AHR in their booth and hanging out with them and made some content. If you don't know what Viper has to offer, they offer cleaning chemicals for refrigeration, ice machine cleaner, sanitizers. They have it all covered. It's all NSF rated, and it does a great job, so it's safe to use in kitchens. So thank you, Viper, for helping out. And what is going on, fellas?
Not a whole lot. Just living the dream.
Yeah, a new business owner dream. It can be a nightmare and the best one ever out here.
Yeah, man. Tell us about it, bro. So, I mean, we got your story on the first time you came here. What made you decide to pull the trigger going, in your own business, and what are your goals and all that good stuff? I know your big picture goal, obviously, but bro, let us know.
So one of the things that made me pull the trigger, it's always been the goal for me. Nobody wants to work for, I don't want to speak for everybody. I don't want to work for somebody the rest of my life to build something. I don't want to build somebody else's dream, right? Mm-hmm. I want to build my own dream. And there was just some things that kind of lined up for me that said, hey, it's time. One is my wife. She's like, hey, you know what I mean? She sees what I was putting into somebody else's dream. And she went, this is something you want to do, and you're putting all this time into their dream. And I was the go-to tech. Mm-hmm. Everybody there will tell you, like, you need help, you call Kenny. Kenny would come out there. Didn't matter what day or night. And then there was the news of, I don't work there anymore, so I can talk about it. They're selling the company. And from what I was seeing, it was, I didn't want to become just another employee, another number. Mm-hmm. The way they had it there, they were very family oriented. Owner was in the office every day. But I've seen how some of these other big companies, and I've heard how these big companies get bought out by somebody who doesn't have a license, but they have a business degree. Mm-hmm. And so then they come in and it's kind of like, here's a 70-hour, here's a 90-hour week. And it's like, I don't want to do that for somebody else's dream. Like that's not beneficial to my health. That's not beneficial to my future.
It's good for the paycheck. That's about it.
Yeah. And so I set out and was like, okay, well, what are the basic things that I need to operate? Well, I don't really need an office right now. So that wasn't too big of a thing. I have a home with a home office. So I needed a vehicle. I'd already invested in all the tools that I use regularly. I kind of went through. Now I am blessed in the fact that I have a brother who's willing to financially back me. And I went out. I found a vehicle that I could purchase with cash that I had put back. I saved up probably about just shy of 10 grand startup cost. So if anybody's like, oh, I only got this much, I could have probably done it with less. The important thing is that I was confident enough to put my shoes on and go out and be like, hey, these are the services I'm offering. And I did it to people that I didn't know. I did it to, like, I would drive around and be like, oh, a restaurant that I never worked at for Crowl, because I'm a very big, like, I was not about to go undercut a company that gave me a job to secure customers. I've had a lot of discussion on that. And then another thing that I did was I shot out emails to property management companies that managed, and I actually one of my best connections so far has been a property managed girl. She manages a bunch of like entertainment businesses, bars and restaurants. And she has given them, she just went out and gave all of her properties my information. And I mean, so really it's been great for me. I've had no days where I haven't worked. I've had at least one job a day so far. Yeah. So,
I mean, you hinted around about, in the first time you're on that eventually you wanted to do your own thing, but you were super grateful for Crowd giving you that chance. I mean,
yes.
If people don't know your backstory, they can go listen to the other episode. But you tried to get on multiple places, and Crowd gave you that chance, and you didn't want to let them down. And you busted your butt, like you said. You were the go-to guy. You were the guy that would do the night jobs, the weekend jobs. You wouldn't say no. You respected them for having a chance, having your back, and taking a chance on you when no one else was, and that shows a lot for you. Even they're changing hands or whatnot, you still didn't want to go out there and undercut them. You just I'm gonna build this on my own. I'm not gonna rely on people I've met in the past, and that shows a lot about you, man.
Yeah. It's important to me to treat people good, right, Rich? Do good work. Like, you just need to take that to every area of your life. When somebody does you good, it's very important that you do good back. You should just be good to people in general. And if there's even, I have a lot of conversations with my wife. She's very much somebody I go to. I'm like, hey, I'm thinking about doing this. And she'll be like, how's that going to sit on your heart? Like, how's that?
Yeah.
How are you going to feel about that in 6 months? Like, you might get $1 out of it, but is it really going to sit well on your conscience? And I'm like, yeah, you're right.
My favorite thing is being able to sleep at night, or let me rephrase that. At least when I don't sleep at night, it's not because I did something shady. It's the 8 million other business stresses that we have, but it's never like, dang, I screwed that guy over or anything like that. You know what I mean? So yeah, to me, that's huge. And there's no amount of business that's worth giving up that part of your peace of mind.
Yeah, absolutely. And I did that the relationship that I had with Daryl, it was definitely one that I wanted to be able to I'm starting a business. So the first thing you want to do is be able to talk to somebody who has that experience. And I thought that was going to be Daryl. It turned out it wasn't. So, you no love lost there, but he's trying to run a company and I'm trying to start a business. So
are y'all like enemies now? Not enemies, but
no. Well, I tried calling. I had a job come up, and it was a big job. It was a guy wanted he had 2 split systems. He wanted to replace the split systems. He wanted to put curbs and package units on the roof. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna call and get some advice on it. It's like, I made the phone call, left him a voicemail, nothing. I thought, well, maybe he got busy. I called him again, no answer. Then one of the techs reached out to me from there and was like, hey, I'm trying to get some things sorted out. You're pretty familiar with this property. Just tech talk. Yeah, I'll give you some advice. Well, then I just happened to run into him. I drove by him and we was talking. He's like, yeah, Daryl told me not to call you anymore during company hours. I'm like,
dang.
Wow. I don't know what he's experienced with other people in the past. I know that there are a lot of refrigeration companies in Tulsa. The owners have all worked. So there's 4 or 5 big names in Tulsa that you would know when you talk refrigeration, right? And all of those guys at one point or another worked under Daryl.
Yeah.
And so I've got to take that into consideration that he's moving as a businessman, and I don't know what he's been through with these other guys. So, no love lost for me there. Hopefully we can reconnect in the future and,
Yeah, it sounds like he's probably had some guys that probably hosed him in the past, and he's just kind of a little gun shy, maybe, or who knows.
Yeah, and
you always got to put yourself in somebody else's shoes. I mean, it's not worth getting worked up over.
Yeah, because I in the past I would have dropped by there and be like, what the hell, man? But you know what? I'll give him his space. He's about to retire off, so wish him nothing but the best, and I appreciate everything he did for me and my family. So,
yeah,
nice. We got a pretty good audience tonight. We got Adrian, we got Joe Blanchard in, we got Matt and Megan, we got Ryan. Everybody's got good things to say about you, man. Everyone loves your content, and they're excited to see you do what you're doing, man. So,
man, and I've gotten so much support, almost on every platform that I post on regularly. I've gotten, and I've had people reach out to me. I actually had a heat and air company. I put on one of my TikToks, a heat and air company here. His name is Craig. He owns All Directions. So if he by chance steps in tonight, he just does heat and air, but he gets refrigeration calls. And he was like, "Hey, I know you're new in town. I follow you on TikTok. I'm just wondering, can I pass you my refrigeration calls?" And so he's one of them. And then I have another buddy. He's a plumber. Kind of the same deal. And it has been crazy because you don't really know how much support you have. Like, people are like, "Well, I don't know how I'm going to get up and run it," and I didn't either. You know, I just stuck to the TikTok thing and kind of gathered a little bit of a following, and now I've just got this immense amount of support. So my experience is probably going to be a lot different than other guys that are, you know, but it's been nothing short of a blessing. I've had.
But see, the thing with that is, because this is what I've learned starting my business. Your experience that you're having is because of what you made it. You know what I mean? You threw yourself out there, said, "I'm taking this step." I've seen posts of you asking for advice on different things. The overall community of business owners, you know, as a whole, is very supportive and willing to help anybody who's willing to listen. A lot of guys, they're not willing to ask, whether it's fear or pride or whatever. Like, I always tell people, don't offer me advice if you don't want me in your DMs like randomly all the time. You know what I mean? Like on LinkedIn, how many people, Pat, was I the one that they kept up with the most last year? And that's because I'm like, I'm jumping in their DMs like technical advice for stuff that I don't know, or just business advice or whatever, or people, you know, jumping in my DMs. But we put ourselves out there and we're willing to take advice and listen to people. That's really what will make your business and the way, you know, you're going different than a lot of people. I talk to a lot of people who the stuff that they think is so far off of how business actually runs, but they're not asking anybody. They're coming up with these ideas in their head, running with it, and then they don't know why 15 years in the business they can't hire one technician. So the difference is because of what you're making it.
Yeah, I seen your video the other day. You're like, you know, before you clean those ice machines, you're out handing out business cards, you're out knocking on doors, you're talking to managers. You know, and a lot of people won't do that. They just like wait for the phone to ring. And like, man, if you're trying to build something, you want to grow something, you're going to get out there and put your name and face in front of people, and you're doing it.
Yeah, you got to be a people person, and I'm very much somebody who can walk in and just start an awkward conversation, and it ends usually in laughing. You know what I mean? So, and man, name tags have been a saving grace here. It's just, I've learned to read people's name tags and, you know, kind of come back to that name tag. And when you put a name to somebody, it makes it that much more personal. And then the conversation can really take off. So, and then I of course did the TikTok on don't just go in, because at first I was just going to be like, is the manager here? And then I realized, like, and then I started just talking to people like, oh man, it's everybody in this kitchen. Like they all want to have a good experience. Person that's coming into the kitchen, you know what I mean? You throw some random person into a kitchen, and it kind of just, there's kind of just this hook in the kitchen where everybody's like, oh, this one person kind of. So if you can make everybody kind of involved and feel comfortable, it's just easier to get to who you really need to be talking to, and it be good all the way through. If that makes sense.
And it changes the atmosphere whenever you go into that kitchen, right? Because like I'm just like that. Like, we talk to everybody, me and my guys, man. I don't care who answers the door, who lets us in. I mean, we go places and we're like dapping up the dishwasher and talking with him and all that. And then it's like, when we come back and the dishwasher is the first guy that sees us, you know, walk in. Oh, hey, Rich. Hey, Todd. Hey, Ray. What's up? How y'all doing? But instantly the whole atmosphere is chill and actually happy that we're there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Dude, kitchens are great, man. I always, you know, you try to read the room and you see they're joking around and stuff, and generally everybody's having a good time. And like, you know, Rich said, you talk to everybody, give them all the respect, you know, and we all got a job to do. I don't care what you're doing, man. Everybody's got a job to do. They all got a role, and just treat them with respect and have a little conversation with them, man, it goes a long way. And you never know, that person that may be in a dishwasher, maybe a manager one day somewhere, you know, where you got to go work.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And even if they're not, I mean, again, you know, one of my slogans is treat people right. I don't give a crap who you are. You know what I mean? I've been on job sites with, you know, competitors, and I'm helping them out because they're stuck on something. And I'm like, bro, come here, let me help you with that real quick. All right, cool. You know what I mean? But just treat everybody right, and it makes life a whole lot easier.
Yeah, absolutely. And then I'm kind of taking the jump off, and I've already done 2 fryer calls.
I was going to ask you about that.
So again, I'm pretty good with a meter, and I'm pretty good with the wiring diagram. I understand there's outputs and inputs in almost everything, and there's going to be some safeties, maybe some pressure switches, because I understand those things, right? So in my mind, I could walk up to an oven, right? Because I know how to work on a furnace, and all we're doing is just getting it hotter. We're just heating, kind of like we're cooling glycol. We're just heating some type of solution. So in my mind, like, okay, I can put these pieces together quickly. And so then I went down to Middle B down in Dallas. I got a walk through there. They did really good training there. We got to take fryer apart, and I was like, there's really not a whole lot for me. There's not a whole lot to this.
Yeah.
And then Atosa called me, and Atosa's like, hey, we got a fryer. It's warranty call. Can you take it? And I was like, yeah. Yes, I can.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So I jumped off into that one, and then had one of the other guys, and I'm not going to say his name, but I want him to know I appreciate him. He works for another refrigeration company that doesn't do hot side work. He reached out to me and was like, hey, we get a lot of hot side questions, but we don't service hot side like you.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh, technical error.
You're back.
Yeah.
Okay. So he was like, do you want me to go ahead and give you your information out? I was like, hey, I absolutely do. So I got to do that fryer. Yeah, I don't really, I have enough connections. If I run into something that is completely baffling to me, because I will try to learn it first. I will give myself a 30-minute grace period to.
Yeah.
And we froze. And we're back. We're good? I can't hear you guys.
Can you hear us?
Let's see if it's in the messages.
Oh, what's going on? You can jump back in, but you know, you got a chance in the middle B. You got training down there and stuff. I'm not sure what all he covered. You know, he made a good point. You know,
can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, can you hear us?
Oh, let's see. Try now.
I can hear you. Yeah.
I can't hear you guys.
I wonder if it changed the Bluetooth.
You can't hear us?
Oh. But you know, he went to Middle B and he got some training and some stuff, and he brought up a good point. You know, on an oven, you're just heating a cavity, a smaller cavity, instead of a bigger spot. And a lot of guys that do hot side and HVAC will notice that, you know, South Bend uses the same in-shop burners that like a Carrier rooftop unit uses the same gas valves. It's all the same parts, it's all the same components. They just in a different configuration and do stuff differently.
And the biggest thing is the mindset, right? Like he went into it with, I can fix this stuff. Might take me longer, but I can fix it. If you can conquer the mindset, you know what I mean? Like you know how to use a meter, you can at least partially read a diagram, and you got common, you know, technical sense. You approach stuff.
Most guys just get scared off because it's greasy and nasty. I'm like, whatever, man. It makes money to me.
Yeah.
I ever tell you what my grandfather used to tell those guys? Ever tell you that, Pat?
You probably have, but what is it?
My grandfather, if somebody would complain about grease or getting dirty, he would be like, He'd be like, "You ever finish using the bathroom and when you wipe, the toilet paper breaks?" He said, "What do? You wash your hands, right?" He would say, "Fix that and then go wash your hands."
Yep. Wash your hands. Fix it. Go wash your hands. Yeah, I carry Viper wipes in the truck. I carry Viper wipes in the truck, man, to wipe my tools off, wipe my hands off. Man, this thing eat up grease. They work pretty well. So
yeah, those things are great.
I'm not sure what's going on. I don't know if he's jumping over to a Bluetooth, but I just keep muting him. He'll figure it back out, come back.
Yeah, he'll be all right.
Yeah, but he brought up a good point. As long as you're not scared to look at something and you know how to use a meter and you can figure out schematics, you can fix anything out there.
Oh yeah.
And like you said, he's got a good network. I've given him my number. He's got your number. He's got plenty of people. He can reach out to and make it work and get information from if he needs it. So,
are you back? Kind of. Yeah. All right. Now that's the cool thing about this industry, though, in this community is, I mean, most people are supportive and willing to help.
Oh, 100%. That's how I met Jason, and me and you just linked up on LinkedIn. We started talking a little bit back and forth. I told you, just wear some PPE so I don't get shut down too, is all I asked.
That's how it started, wasn't it?
Yeah, I've got another guy I'm gonna have that conversation with too from Whaley. I gotta reach out to him. Hey, dude, wear some PPE because they're gonna shut you down and me down.
Yeah,
and I don't want that. So I don't know. He's frozen. Technical difficulties, man. That's the way of the internet.
Yeah, hopefully he can jump back in and join us. What's new with you, Pat?
Nothing. Let me add him back to the stage. Are you there?
That work out?
Yeah. There we go.
I don't know what was going on, guys.
I didn't know. Maybe
we were about to start singing show tunes. We didn't have nothing else to do.
I thought maybe you were connected to a Bluetooth or something, or headphones or something popping up or something. I don't know.
No, I'm not connected to any Bluetooth. I shut my Wi-Fi and my Bluetooth off, so hopefully that'll. We'll see. If that fix it. Yeah.
So you're talking about getting into hot side work, and you asked me about it a little bit about it, and I mean that's a ton of money in kitchens people leave behind, and that's if you don't do that, someone's liable to come in there that can offer the same services that you do plus hot side, and it's a chance they take it. I want to be a one-stop shop for my customers. I want to take care of everything in there. I don't want to have to worry about someone else coming in and stealing them and that kind of stuff. So that's just the way I am as a person.
Yeah, bro. That's one of my pet peeves. I worked at a place and we would show up for the hot side and someone else would be there doing the cold side and someone else for the HVAC. And I'm like, why aren't we doing all of it? And my boss was like, oh, everybody can have their own piece. I'm like, we are not the same, bro. If I do it all, I want it all.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like pull up to a job site, see my competitors' vans there, and I make videos, TikToks about.
now that we got lettering on our vans, I told my guys if a competitor's on a job site, you need to park right next to their van. That's where I want you parked, right next
street
to
side. Street side.
Yeah, that's awesome. So, what do you think about hot side so far?
I've got a long way to go. But even with that being said, I've still got a long way to go with refrigeration. We're always going to be learning.
Oh yeah, you have to.
So there's no better time to jump into it than right now. Like you could do it when you think you know everything, which will be never, or you can do it now and learn as you go. And it's just kind of the approach I'm going to take with it. I haven't had any issues. You know what I mean? I don't think people fail to understand the power of a meter when it comes to troubleshooting. Yeah. Like people go in there and then they just start pushing stuff and shaking stuff. And I'm like, man, you could check that whole circuit with a meter from one side to the other, man, and just kind of narrow it down like a target. Like you don't need to go there shaking stuff and I don't know. I don't think it'll be an issue, and I think it's going to give me an even better customer base. Mm-hmm. So, and that was one of the other things. I did struggle with this one, and I went ahead and gave myself the pass. So people were asking me, are you going to take any customers from Corral? So I did not, and I will not. But I did go to I did have good reports with those managers. And I know the hot side companies they use because we'd be in there working on refrigeration. Mm-hmm. And so I went in there and, you know what I mean? I said, hey, look, I'm not here to work on your refrigeration, but I'll do your hot side stuff. I know Crowell's not doing your hot side stuff, but I'll do your hot side stuff. So I did pick up some work that way. And I don't feel like crossing any lines. And
no, because they didn't do the work. They didn't do the hot side. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. You know what I mean? And it's funny because I can think back on all the times I spoke to Daryl and was like, Daryl, just let me put my hands on this thing. Like I can fix this thing. Just let me put my hands on it. Like it's just money that's being wasted. I'm already here. No, we don't mess with that. We already have enough refrigeration stuff. And I'm like, all right. So
no, it's a lot of money that gets left on the table. A lot of freaking money.
Yeah, and here in Tulsa, there's only 2, maybe 3. Like we have a GP truck that drives around now. I've seen him. And then of course we have Hobart,
and, which they don't even count.
Yeah, and then we have Hager.
Yeah, they're good people. I know a bunch of people over Hager. They're pretty good people.
Yeah, cool. and who's the ice cream machine people? Taylor's starting to get in the hot side. They were at our hot side training.
Yeah, because they're part of Middleby now. So
yeah,
they're going to start leaning on them more to be their service side. And from the Taylor guys I talk to, they don't want no part of it. They just want to work on Taylor. They don't want to do anything else. They're like, we want the grills and ice cream machines. We don't want to do anything else.
That's kind of the vibe I got from those guys.
But I think they're just being forced to do it. A lot of them I've heard just complaining. We don't want to work on fryers. We don't want to do this. We don't want to do this.
Like, hey, this is a funny one. So we're down at Middleby, and there's this tech there, and he's from Oklahoma City. So whenever I would work on Taylor ice cream machines, Taylor does not want to come off.
Oh, nothing.
Their literature. Nope. They're not. They do not want to. Like you have to. I run into this soft serve ice machine. My ice machine. It was outside of warranty, so I was working on it, and I called them, and this guy would not come off the wiring diagram. Wouldn't do it. And I'm like, he's like, well, I'll just help you troubleshoot. It got to the point where he's like, look, man, I can give you like 5 more minutes. Call him back. Look, I got other people I'm trying to help. I said, well, just send me the wiring diagram. And I called him. I probably called this guy 15 times. And finally, he said, because I don't give, like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm here to service my customer. If I piss you off, I don't care. You're not paying me. Customer is. And he finally come off it. Well, we're sitting in this training. The guy's like, yeah, I'm Luis, and I'm from Taylor. Oh, this is the guy. This is the guy who would. That was the only thing that came to my mind. This is the guy who wouldn't give me that wiring diagram. So
remember me? Remember that wiring diagram?
Yeah,
15 times.
Yeah, it was pretty funny, but
that's hilarious.
Yeah,
they're bad about it, and there's some other companies they're pretty tight-lipped. If you're not trained or you're not in their service network, they don't want to help you out. And I'm in a lot of Facebook groups, and guys will ask questions about certain things, and I'll try to help them out the best I can.
Yeah, I'm the same, man. If somebody's willing to give me knowledge, I'll give it to whoever else. Because what are they going to do? Are they going to come and steal all my work? They're going to be.
That's my thing. I mean, I've got a friend who I used to work with him at Whaley, and he decided to start his own company too. And I'm like, bro, let me help you. You know what I mean? Let me give you as much information as I can. And I was talking with somebody, I think it was our rep from one of our part suppliers, and he was like, wait, y'all are in the same market? I'm like, yeah. He's like, aren't y'all competitors? I'm like, nah, we friends, bro. Like, that's just how it rolls, bro. I'm willing to help anybody too.
Yeah.
There's a lot of work out there, man. There's a ton of work out there. So
yeah,
Tony,
another. So I have a buddy. When I was doing the apartment maintenance. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Had a guy there that was working on the air conditioners. He was working for the apartments. He was a journeyman at the time.
Mm-hmm.
But whenever I quit there to go to school, he started his own heat and air company further south, down in Henrietta. And whenever I kicked off my company, he reached out to me. He was like, hey, man, I'm having surgery. It's funny because, man, I've been super blessed in how all this has happened. He's like, man, I'm fixing to start a company, and I have customers. While I'm healing up, will you go ahead and run my service calls for me? Just run them like your own service calls, and then we'll just settle up. He's healing up now. He's had some major surgeries, but he's about to be good now. But yeah, man, it's just a testament to building a circle and making as many connections as you can.
Mm-hmm.
And then just advertising yourself, right? Just get out there and let people know, because somebody's always looking for somebody in this industry. Like, somebody will always be looking. So.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I wish I'd have done it sooner. I wish, I really do. So.
That's cool. But everything happens for a reason. You do what you had to do, saved up some money, got a van, you had some help, and you're out here doing it now. So now it's just time to make the best of it and see what you can do.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah, I think it's the perfect time to do it personally.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got a lot of backlash for doing it during the slow season. I had a lot of people tell me, "Man, you need to wait, and I'm like, dude, how long? Like, I've been waiting.
You see, and that's kind of a backwards thing, though, right? Like, if you wait till the busy season, well, then when everybody has their emergencies, they're calling the people they already know. Mm-hmm. I started during, slow season a little bit before the busy season also, because I was like, I want to get my name in there. So they're not, oh man, I wish you would have been here last week. We just spent $8,000 on a compressor. No, I want to be in your kitchen 3 months ago. So when you need that $8,000 compressor, I'm the one that you called. Yeah, that's to me, that's backwards to wait till the busy season to try to get started when they quite frankly don't have the time to call you. You know what I mean? They got 2 HVAC units and a walk-in down. They don't have time to find your number and, test you out. They're going to go with the people they know.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. And I'm very much a one of my mindset thing was I'm going to start during the slow season, because if I can get through the slow season when it's supposed to be hard,
mm-hmm.
then when the money's just supposed to flow in because everybody needs me, I've already made it past the hard part. Now all I got to do is be tired. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So I don't know. It's working out so far. We've got a couple
by that more, time you hire your first guy.
Yeah, we got a couple more slow, maybe a month and a half here of slow, and then we're gonna see. I'm gonna stick. Just so everybody knows that's watching this, if you come to find a job, you're gonna be stuck in this white van that I got. That's the first van I'm giving out.
So Rich posted a pickup truck the other day, and I asked, I said, "Is that my truck?" And dude, so many people were like in my DMs, like, "Are you leaving? You gonna go work for Rich? You moving to South Carolina?" I'm like, I just did that for clickbait, man, for rage bait. It worked so well, though. I was like, oh, I'm gonna say it, see what happens.
That's why I said no. You're getting the diesel, just so they thought it was legit.
That's funny. So we got Jay Maiden in here. Jay from Coalpack is a huge proponent of our industry.
Have you connected with Jay?
I have. I have connected with Jay.
Jay is one of the best people to do warranty work for. He is, seriously 100%. And I'm not saying that because he's in the audience. Like, stuff that has to get done, he understands. He'll authorize. I don't want to say he'll authorize out of warranty stuff, but he'll be realistic and. Like he sent us on a few OT calls and been like, listen, it is what it is. Or like we've shown up after hours and he's been like, listen, why didn't you charge me after hours? Right. I'm like, well, I ran behind. He's like, no, tell him I said to cover your OT rates and all kind of stuff. He's one of the most reasonable people to do warranty work for. So.
Yeah, that's important. That's important. I have done 2 warranty calls. I did the Atosa, and then you guys heard of On?
What is it?
Omcron?
Omcan?
Omcan, yeah. I've heard of that.
So I did a warranty call for them, and it was pretty smoothly. But I'm very much a communicate every step of the way kind of guy. So that's not hard for me. Some people struggle communicating, and so warranty might not be for them because you have to. Like they want to know every step in your process. They're going to want some pictures, of course, because they're paying out of pocket. Like, I get that. So I haven't had any problems, and I haven't had any problems with them. So that's why I was wondering whenever I posted the thing on LinkedIn, like, are there any companies that I need to steer away from? And there are a few that I've looked in their stuff, and I'm like, I'm not even interested. Like, if I have to do your warranty work, but I've got to pay for your part first, I'm not doing warranty work.
That's wild.
That's crazy.
That's ridiculous. And I know a couple manufacturers that want you to pay for the part and they don't want to reimburse your travel time. And They don't want you to make any markup on the part, but they want to take 30 to 60 days to pay you back. And I'm like, y'all are smoking crack. Like, the only time I'll do a warranty call for some of them is like because it's for an important customer. So I want to get my customer out of a jam. And I'm like, I'll take all this back end BS, but like, nah, you're not calling me to go out for warranty for you if it's going to be a hassle.
Yeah, no,
it's got to be both ways. I mean, it's got to be, you got to be able to make some money and not be too hard. And, you know, they got to take care of the customer. But, you know, when they start those 30, 60 terms and those crazy part stuff, and it's just not worth it, man.
Yeah. I'm not participating in all that.
Once you get big enough where, you know, it's kind of forced your hand, it's a different story. But right now, if I don't want to deal with you, I don't want to deal with you. So,
yeah. And right now, if you're not making money, I mean, don't do it. A lot of these guys are like, oh, well, you know, give the warranty, the manufacturers a break because it's an entrance into customers you may not have. No, it's not. The conversion rate from warranty to a non-warranty customer is almost zero. So don't sit there and, I mean, what do you charge now? What's your labor rate?
My labor rate, I charge $100 an hour.
Okay, so some people will be like, oh, well, just give the, you know, manufacturer $75 an hour so they get you in places. No, that's not how that works. No.
There's a warranty company that supplies the parts, and most companies charge them above street rates. They're just like, no, if you're going to supply the parts, we don't get the part. We don't get to, you know, that's that back end stuff of it. So we're just going to charge the warranty customer more than the street rates. And a couple of them pay it. I'm like, I hear some of these rates, some of these warranty guys are, you know, we're charging some of these warranty guys. I'm like, holy shit. Make it worth your while, no matter what it is.
Yeah, I've been upfront with the guys that I do warranty with what I charge.
Mm-hmm.
If you ask around, some of these warranty companies, they will provide more an hour than what I'm charging.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Yep, there's a handful that will, because they want to be priority when they send you a call.
Nice. Yeah, Jay says we are the bread and butter. Gotta keep these guys happy. Oh, not again.
And again, I'm not saying it because he's in the audience, but Jay 100% believes that I've done enough warranty calls for them. He's like, yeah, whatever you guys need, you know what I mean? As long as it's not retarded, I'll approve it.
You know, that's what it says on the gauges. Retard.
Huh?
That's what it says on the retard.
Yeah.
So
I don't like the digital ones.
Have you tried those yet?
I gave them to my son. I got to see how he likes them. He's used them. He's been running his own calls. Nice. Probably this past week, he's done a compressor change out and some other stuff. So I got to ask him how he likes them.
Field Piece has like the old school analogs, but they get this big giant case around them now, dude. So you can't break them. And it's got like the dials move, and it's got like little arrows so you can like point it. It was pretty cool for old school stuff, but yeah, he's back.
Man,
I don't know what his phone's doing. So we got a question here from Study all the time. I'm not sure, but he said advice on getting started. He's in Arizona. He has some cooking dish experience with Sears, HVAC the last 3 years. Should he pay for classes to get some under his belt? He's done no compressor change outs. His experience other than that is a helper. So what do you guys think he should do? Find a place to work for a while, get some more experience, or
he's never changed a compressor?
Yeah, I'd work for somebody else. That's my
If you already got hot experience, go work somewhere with reefer.
It's very dependent on the person. Like I in order to give somebody a timeline, I would have to really have a good in-depth conversation. Because I truly believe I could have gone out on my own and succeeded. I'm not saying it would have been easy by any means at all. I could have gone out a year sooner and made it work. And I'm, yeah, man, I would say put a couple more years under your belt.
Yeah, find some place
and run as many calls as you can.
Find some place to do some refrigeration training if you need it, or give you the opportunity to do some refrigeration and go from there. You know, build a little bit of time.
Yeah, I mean, even myself personally, you know, the 2.5 years I spent at Whaley, I worked on stuff that I had never worked on before. You know, when I started there, I mean, I was 90% reefer and ice machine technician, and I did.
Oh, you can? Okay.
I did some hot side before
I could
going to
hear you
Whaley,
for like
but
a minute.
when I got there, I worked on
I
combi
can't
ovens.
hear Rich.
I worked on clamshells. I worked on all kinds of crap. So get yourself somewhere where you can experience stuff you've never worked on, and give yourself a good 2 years there at least.
I guess it's there we go.
So yeah, I'd just go work somewhere for a while, get the experience to back it up till you get comfortable in it. You know, if you just want to do hot sides, it's a different story if you got some experience to back it up. But I mean, me personally, I want to do it all. I get bored, so if I'm gonna do something, I want to do it all, and I wouldn't want to just be one side of a business, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. So he said currently working in residential HVAC, getting frustrated with selling, then jump to commercial.
Ooh, yeah, go to commercial.
Find a food service company that does everything, and you'll do commercial.
So I can hear Pat, but I can't hear Rich.
That's weird. I can hear Rich just fine. It's
any better now?
It's some of his microphone or his headphones or whatever, his speaker. I'm not sure what's going on, but
that's what.
Yeah, go someplace that's gonna let you learn and spend some time and invest in you, and do that first before I jump. So Joe Blanchard says, I've got a little experience. I will relocate if Kenny will cover your moving costs. I have a set of games in one. Joe's good, man. I love Joe, dude.
Yeah, Joe's great.
I was trying to figure out why he was bracing and had his backpack tool bag on his video the other day. I was like, what is this guy doing?
Yeah.
He was standing on top of a ladder, had his backpack on, he was brazing something, and then I lost connection. I never finished in the video, so I'll have to go back and find it.
Joe's great. His videos are great, the way he edits he does.
Yeah, I wish I did better editing. I wish I did better recording, because I'll start recording and then I'll finish the call. I'm like, oh, I missed
all the important stuff.
Yeah. What do you guys think about this idea? So have you ever seen the Mark Safe on Facebook?
Mark Safe, like tornadoes and hurricanes. Yeah.
Yep.
So I'm trying to figure out how to sell this to my customers, and that would be that. Do you know, I can't name the amount of people that I've had the conversation that I don't get ice here because ice machines. And so I wanted to figure out a way to use that Mark Safe as a kind of a signature, right? Like this establishment is marked safe. The ice machines have been cleaned by me.
I mean, it's how like
right? And then let the customers use that as our ice machines are cleaned by. And then I could, you know what I mean?
Can you hear me or no?
So listen, there are a few restaurants in Tulsa that me and my wife eat at regularly, and that's because I'm very familiar with the back of the house. I'm familiar with how it's maintained and cleaned. And then there are restaurants that I won't even entertain, and I'll eat just about anything. But
I like that idea. I mean, it could be a sticker or something you put on the outside, like when you do a maintenance, you'd be like, "This ice machine is marked safe by."
Yeah.
If it was me, you might have to relay this to
trying
him.
to figure out how I'm going to run with that, and
then make stickers that say "marked safe from shitty service" and stick them on the equipment.
I cleaned some ice machines the other day that my wife and some friends went out to. And I was like, "Oh, you guys were out there, at this is how." Yeah. It's like, "Oh, you guys had the ice out there?" Yeah. I'm like, "Okay."
So Rich said you need to make stickers say "marked safe from shitty service." Just put it on everything you touch.
Yeah.
That's Rich for you. That's not HR approved, Rich.
Well, if HR was here, maybe he would have stopped me.
That's funny. So it's been, how long has it been? Just a couple of months or a month or so far?
January 1st.
So January 1st. So 1 month in, things are going great, going good. You're drumming up business. You're getting your name in front of people. You're still having fun on TikTok, making connections on LinkedIn. What's some of your goals you have for yourself and for your business?
So I would like to, I would like to put back, I would like to put back an employee's income by June or July, which is very realistic at this point. Like when I thought about it before I started this, I was like, that's gonna take me forever. I'm gonna hire somebody for like 2 or 3 years. And now that I'm doing the work, and then I've got separate accounts, taxes, separate account for a new vehicle, separate account for, yeah. So I'll put another vehicle on, and hopefully an employee by June, July, maybe. And then from there, we'll just kind of see where it goes. I do know that by the end of the year, I'd like to have at least 50 maintenance contracts, just because that will keep me busy enough to keep guys busy through the slow season.
Mm-hmm.
And that's going to require a lot of attention. But it's a blessing too, because I'll get to do all of the first maintenances, which is important to me, because I want to know what the equipment baseline is before I'm just hiring people on to do a maintenance, and I can give them. One of the things that I saw done with my previous employer was we were given 8 hours to do a 16-hour maintenance. And it's like, first of all, you can't do this whole maintenance in 8 hours. That's the first thing you need to know. And the second thing is that you're rushing through that maintenance, and it only means the next time it's going to be worse. And so setting up those maintenances so that whoever I hire can succeed and keep up with what I'm asking, which is I can do a maintenance probably faster than the average person and do it correctly. So that's not going to be for everybody. So I'll have to kind of work with that. But yeah, and my first hire, a vehicle, those are kind of my short-term goals right now. So
nice. That's pretty attainable, I think. Your work ethic and what you're building out there.
Yeah.
So like maintenances, most people hate doing maintenances, and I used to be that way until I've had conversations with people, and then I realized that that's setting expectations with your customer. That's building that relationship with your customer. And you said something about the first one. You want to do it, make sure it's done right, and you want to see what the customer has, what can you make sure is done right, and that way you don't have to go back and I've been behind guys that've done maintenance. You go out there and you open your ice machine, you're like, did you tear this apart? Did you just like throw cleaner in it and let it run the cycle and leave? Like, what was this?
Yeah.
And maintenance are just slow paced, and that's why I don't like them. But I do realize the importance of them now, and I do take my time and do it right. I always try to do everything to the best of my abilities, but maintenances were the bane of my existence for a long time, and now I'm like, well, if you want to pay me what you pay me to go do a maintenance, I'm gonna go do a maintenance. And well, you've only got this amount of time. No, I've got till it's done. That's what I tell the office.
Exactly.
I'll call you when I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna let you bully me into, well, the computer says this is a 4-hour PM. I'm like, well, there's 20 pieces of refrigeration equipment and 2 ice machines. How can you do that in 4 hours?
It's not my fault you missed.
Yeah.
Well, it's 15 minutes per piece. I'm like, no, that doesn't work.
I've seen PMs like that they've put in.
You want me to look at it? You want me to take the cover off and look at it and leave? Like, yeah.
They give you a list, like it wants you to check the evaporator coil for cleanliness. I'm like, I can't do 5 of these things on this list in 15 minutes. Like, this is like an hour per piece list. Like, I don't know what you guys want me to do.
Yeah. Yeah, no, and maintenances are very much a time to catch the after hour problem. If you do them correctly, and I'm not saying it's 100% fail proof, but if you do it correctly, you're going to save a burned up wire. You're going to catch a gasket before it becomes an airflow issue. You know what I mean? You're going to catch these things that may not cause a problem the next week, but they're going to. You know what I mean? I don't know how many calls I go out on. It's burn up wires. It's like, well, if somebody come out here and and it doesn't take long to tug on each wire.
Yeah.
You just kind of push wires around, then this wouldn't have been an issue, and now you wouldn't need a time clock and everything rewired in a 6-hour ticket.
I mean, yeah. You look at a contactor, you're like, oh, these terminals are all silver, and this one's kind of
exactly.
It's like, why does this one look different? Maybe you ought to look at that because there's a reason it looks different.
Yeah.
Like, it's not hard. Nothing about this work is hard. You just got to be able to slow down and look at things.
Yeah.
So Joe says some of his best repairs and clients are from PMs, building maintenance calls.
Mm-hmm.
Holy, he says he mega ohms out every compressor on every maintenance. Recommend compressors before they even fail. Maintenance can go miles if you take it that far. Holy cow, that's
I ain't
taking
got that kind of time.
If you're doing some rooftops, I can see doing it because you can pull them off real quick and mega ohm them out. I guess that's wild.
Yeah, try that on some ice machines.
Oh yeah, you can't.
They have to get to on some of them.
Like where, how do they install this thing? They put the wires on it and then bolt it in place, or what?
Yeah,
That's funny. That's funny. So you're still over on TikTok. You're still having fun. You still have serious moments too, though. But that's where everyone's found you, was TikTok. Like, you just kind of blew up over there. You have fun, and I still enjoy seeing you have fun over there. But the serious side does show occasionally, and that's cool too.
Yeah, and it's been nothing but fun. I enjoy learning, so even sitting down behind a computer, I've had to reset a lot of my daily routine with how I start my day. Used to be, I would get up, go to the gym, right, get my guerrilla mindset in, go out and do guerrilla work. And now I get up, I do my coffee, I go through my QuickBooks, make sure all my tickets are in order, and I check my calendar, which are things I never did before. I'm sitting there in my house shoes and I'm going through my calendar, making sure that I don't have, what's lined up for the day, what I need to prioritize my things instead of just going to office and being told what I'm going to do.
It was mindless before. You just you had a routine.
I'm like, okay, now I got to prioritize everything. And so I just started back on my gym routine, throwing my gym, because when I went to studying for my test, I took my testing so serious I quit out my gym time, and instead of doing gym time, I was in a book. I was doing some type of program. The failure was not an option for me. You know what I mean?
That's
I
cool.
had to prioritize, and so I cut the gym out. I just got back in the gym finally, so I'm going to get to add that health back into it. That's important for me. But yeah, it is different. So
I know Rich's favorite part's paperwork and office work. How's that for you?
I love paperwork.
The office work would be the death of me. I could do fix anything work, but you make me sit in the office, dude. And
ADHD and office work don't mix.
Yeah, he said ADHD and office work do not mix. So
yeah.
Gotta get your wife doing more of it, man. Keep you out in the field, Rich.
Yeah, she's gonna get back to it. She's had a lot of stuff go on since the summer, but I think it's rounding out to where she can take that back over. Please God.
Please God. Well, it's been almost an hour, Kenny. Man, I appreciate you coming on. I know you had some technical difficulties.
Yeah.
Let's give your chance to shout out everything you want to shout out, where people can find you. Let's plug your business. Let's do all that stuff, man, because I want to see you hit your goals and blow through them this year. I know you can do it, man.
Yeah, so I mostly post on TikTok just because I've never really cross-posted. I am on LinkedIn, of course. I'm kind of linking with just business owners right now, so if I don't link back with you, it's a business move for me. And if you reach out to me on TikTok, I will be more than happy to help anybody or answer any questions that they might have at any point in time. I don't think there's anybody that I haven't responded to. You can, I think my Google profile is linked on my TikTok, and my TikTok's linked to my Google. So it's all kind of just there. Also for the people that have gotten onto my Google and left me a good review because you've actually witnessed my work on TikTok, I want you guys to know that I truly appreciate that.
I'm going to do that. I'm gonna link that in the show notes. I'm going to link that in the show notes. Get on there and leave Kenny a good review on Google, and I'll do the same for Rich too. So let's blow these guys up.
Yeah, listen, it was I was just going through my Google reviews and seeing one of the comments on there the other day and was like, oh, that's not really cheating because people have actually witnessed my work, and they're going on there saying, oh, I've seen his work and it's really good work. And anything to help this grow for me is really appreciated. So and then Rich has been super, super helpful. So thank you, Rich, very much. I can't hear you right now, but I really appreciate everything that you've thrown my way
Tell him I said no
and
problem.
all the knowledge.
Anytime.
So.
He said no problem anytime, man. And if you ever have any questions on hot side or anything, you got my number. You can reach out to me.
Yep.
I'll do my best.
Before we jump off, tell
Pat.
him to share what his big what his main goal is that he wants to do that has to do with changing people's lives through his company.
So Rich wants to know what your main goal is, or your big goal is about changing people's lives you want to do through your company.
Oh yeah. So one of the main goals, so this is a goal for me. A lot of you guys know my past, and I'm working to this. I don't know when this is going to come to fruition, but it is. I do want to start a nonprofit. It's going to be called P2R, Prison to Refrigeration. I don't know how I'm going to work it out. They have like Oxford houses when you get out of prison, right? You can get out to help reintegrate into society. And I think there are a lot of people who are behind bars that do need some type of assistance. And if I would have had somebody when I got out say, hey, why don't you come get a job and I'll help you get it set up. And I don't know what to extent I can help. I do know what I'm seeing now. And I think even if it's just one life a year, 2 lives a year, 3 lives a year, put people into a trade so that they can come out of whatever, because I was involved in some really crappy things as an addict. And I just needed a chance. Now I did get out and move all the way across the state where I didn't know anybody because I wanted to change my life bad enough.
Yeah.
So I would have to find people that are willing to take that leap of faith. But I don't know how it works out. I just know that it's something that I'm going to figure out. I figured out everything else this far. And so, yeah, it probably sounds wild. And I've had people be like, well, you really need to think that through. You're going to be hiring in. And I'm like, yeah, but I was that hire at one point.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to get 1 or 2 bad ones, but if I can just help 1 or 2, and that lead to a 3rd, then I made more of an impact than I would have if I hadn't tried.
Yeah, but that outlook of like, oh, you're gonna get screwed. I mean, that's holding people back. People do make mistakes. People do change. People do, fight addiction. And addiction makes people do some wild stuff, and they just need that opportunity to someone to give them a chance. I mean, you had someone give you a chance, and look where you're at now. Now you're owning your own business. And you're out here killing it, and you got goals to help others, and that's really cool, man.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm going to call it. I appreciate everybody tuning in tonight. Make sure you guys go follow Refrigeration Man 1988 on TikTok. I will link his Google stuff below, his business profile below. Thanks again to Viper for supporting the show, and I will see you guys on the next one.
Appreciate you guys. Thanks, guys, for joining in.
Thank y'all for joining us.
If you guys would, please consider subscribing, rating, and reviewing the podcast. It really helps us grow and helps us know which direction to move in. Also, if you have any suggestions for guests, please email me at commercialkitchenchronicles@gmail.com. Or if you want to be a guest, email me. Love to have you guys on. Thanks a lot. See you next week.